All right. Hello, inventors and entrepreneurs. My name is Andrew Krause. I'm one of the co-founders here at Inventor Groups of America. Stephen Key and myself co-founded a company called InventRight 23 years ago, where we coach inventors to license their products. Now, through InventRight, we've spoken to inventors and inventor groups across the country and realized inventors needed more help than InventRight gives. We've specialized in licensing. We wanted to broaden it out, speakers of all perspectives and different areas of expertise. So we co-founded Inventor Groups of America, where everything is free. Don't you like that? Isn't that cool? At IGA, we provide individuals with options to best commercialize their product ideas and have great speakers like today's speakers that are experts in their field. We would love to hear your name and what state or country you're from. So open up that chat box down below and let us know. Also type in a note if you're new to IGA and let us know. Please do not disclose anything that is confidential and not already publicly available. This meeting is being recorded and will be harnessed on our website and YouTube channel soon. If you have any questions for our speaker, please type them into the chat as they come to you, and we'll choose a few questions at the end. We'll see how it works out, but if it comes to you, just go ahead and type it. Now I'm going to turn things over to our other IGA co-founder, Stephen Key. He's known the speaker for a while. He is going to introduce our speaker. Stephen, take it away.
Well, thank you so much, Andrew, and I want to welcome everybody tonight that's watching us. I'm really excited about having a special person here tonight, Tom Czar with MediaOne. But I have to tell a little story before we get into this, Tom. All right. When I first—
Don't embarrass me. Don't embarrass me.
I don't think so. I'm going to probably embarrass myself here. Everyone, when I first met Tom, it was at this event in Kansas City, and I was there as a speaker. Tom was there as a speaker, and we ended up just sitting next to each other. And I remember looking over at Tom, and I heard him speak, and he was talking about QVC and doing all this shopping on TV, and I was really not familiar with it. I mean, I knew about it, but I knew a little bit about it, but I really liked Tom's presentation. It was fascinating to me, but I knew my world was never going to cross with Tom's, right? But it didn't matter. We kind of met each other, and we kind of smiled. We really kind of hit it off, and I said to myself, I'll never see him again. That's what I'm thinking, right? And because as our group at InventRight, and I was there at this event called Make 48, representing InventRight, we were just helping people license ideas. And Tom does something really remarkable. He contacts, well, first of all, and I'll let Tom talk about this in just a minute, but Tom does something truly amazing because he helps inventors, entrepreneurs, startups, even well-known brands sell their products on QVC, on TV, right? And when I first saw what Tom was doing, like I said, I didn't know where this was going to fit, Tom. But as time went on, I would call you occasionally. We would meet at a trade show, and this wonderful group of people I know wanted to be on QVC. And not only were they licensing, but sometimes they were manufacturing themselves. And that's when I called Tom. I said, Tom, tell me, is it possible for you to look at some of these ideas and see if they have any chance to being on that type of network? Because the products there are amazing. We'll get to that in just a minute. So everyone, I want to introduce to you a good friend named Tom Czar. He's the president and founder of MediaOne. He is the guy. If you've got an idea that you think should be on QVC, you need to talk to Tom. So Tom, thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thanks, Stephen, for having me. And Andrew, I'm super honored and blessed to be here with all of you tonight. So thank you so much for this opportunity, Stephen and Andrew. Appreciate it very much.
So Tom, let's start at the very beginning. Tell us what you do, because like I said, I'm a consumer. I've watched the shopping channels. I've watched QVC. I'm amazed by it because the products are fantastic, by the way. And the quality is wonderful, but I'm not that shopper kind of. I don't shop that way, but I know a lot of people do. So tell us about QVC and what you do for them.
Yeah, so MediaOne Products, we're a manufacturer's representative. I don't like that name because we're also a broadcasting and production company as well. So we help individual entrepreneurs, inventors, worldwide global brands, get their products on QVC and HSN. And we really help orchestrate or create these presentations that connect to the QVC and HSN consumer, where hopefully shoppers want to buy. We do everything for our clients. When I say everything, we truly hold their hand through this entire process. So if you want, I can tell you about what the process looks like so you have a better understanding of what we do, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we'll get there in a minute. So,
Okay.
So Tom, let me tell you what's crazy about this. Now, I know you represent some pretty well-known brands like Martha Stewart. That's where I saw you in Las Vegas. She was signing books, I think, and she had a crowd a mile long. To Dyson, to Ring. I mean, those are big brands, right?
Yeah, very blessed to have them as clients. Very blessed.
Okay. So when I reached out to you with one of our members and said, hey, would you look at it? I was thinking, not in a million years would you pay attention to it. But you did. And you took one of the first ones on, Ryford Self-Cut System. So how do you go from like the mega brands to the people like us that have great products that we want that outlet to sell it on?
So the beauty of what we do in this channel distribution, QVC and HSN, is that the story around the product is so important. And, for example, Ryford's story, being a barber and inventing his product so he could cut the back of his hair, right, with his mirror, his trifold mirror. Like the greatest thing is that if that product goes on a shelf at traditional brick and mortar retail, you don't know what it does. But we are able to bring that product to life and literally show what it does. And that's what I think the unique and distinct value of QVC and HSN is, that this is a demonstrable distribution channel. And we will work with any entrepreneur who's got a great demonstrable product that we believe, my team believes, that we can sell effectively in this medium.
Well, here's the other thing that's really crazy about this, Tom. I think Ryford had already reached out to them and couldn't get anywhere. And so I connect you with Ryford, and now he's been on, how many times has he been on that?
Oh my God, he was on for years, multiple times for years.
So what do you do different? Why is it different if I have you represent me than if I'm knocking on the door? What's the difference? How did you do it and he couldn't do it?
So I'm an old man, Stephen. I've been doing this for 23 years. So I do know a lot of people, in the business. I know the buyers. I know the proper people to speak to about a product. And, we've been blessed with a pretty good, successful track record. So if there's a product that we bring to them, I think our credibility lends our clients for QVC to at least take a meeting, or at least listen to the product, or see a video of the product, or, send an email. So I think it does help. Life is all about relationships. I know people say it all the time, but it truly is. And we know who to go to quickly for that. If you're trying to get on QVC or HSN and you don't have a relationship like we do, you're sending a blind email to someone who you hope gets it, who says, wow, that's a cool product, and then passes it to the right person. There's a lot of steps that go, into that to really get some exposure, get someone to pay attention, where after 23 years of doing this and knowing a lot of people in the business, we're like a fast pass at Disney World to, at least get to the right people. Whether they want to accept the product or not is different, but we can at least get in front of the right people pretty quickly.
All right. Now, you just recently, everybody, another product came by Andrew and ours desk as a member of Inventors. And I saw it. I really loved it. I saw it. It was for the kitchen. I saw it. I go, I remember telling Trevor, this looks perfect for TV. This looks like perfect. And so he reached out to you, and that was really quick though, because that just aired on QVC, I think just recently, right? But
right, last Sunday. So that was, as I was telling you, I think it's one of the fastest products we've ever gotten on the air. And there's a variety of reasons. I mean, obviously you referred me to Trevor. We got our deal done together. We took it to QVC. They loved it. They were excited about the egg business. It's a silicone product, so it's made here in the States, which, the manufacturing time, sped that up. And, probably within 3 months of us meeting, we got it on the air. And it's probably one of the fastest. But again, we love working with entrepreneurs and inventors that have truly unique products that solve a problem. And we love telling their story.
Now, Stephen, one of the things that gets people really excited about QVC and HSN, these online electronic retailers, is the thought that you can go on air and you're on there for 2 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever it is, or 10 minutes, and you made an ungodly amount of sales in a short period of time. The potential of that. Tom, is that true? It's just exciting that, it's not like, oh, okay, you get so many sales a week, it's selling at Walmart, it's selling here. It's just like, boom, or fail. That can happen too. They put you on at 2 a.m. or something like that, right?
So it's a great question. Like I said, we've been very blessed. The company above me, if you can see the Halo logo there, we literally launched them in 2012. And it's a portable power company. It's a little cylindrical portable power that you would plug your phone in, right? And you might have seen them in Verizon stores back then. They would be in black or silver, typically was the color. Well, our demographic is women. And so our client, Halo, literally put them in pink leopard, regular leopard, green camo, all different colors. And honestly, to your point, Andrew, we broke the record for the most units ever sold in one day back in 2012. We sold 305,000 units at an average cost of $28. So to your point about having exceptional sales, QVC and HSN are powerhouses. If you get it right with the right product, that you can do that. And I'm not saying this to toot my horn, I'm saying this so people understand the power of the medium and the channels. In 2013, we actually broke that record with Halo again, and we sold 385,000 units at a $50 retail. We sold a 2-pack at $50, and we broke the record again. So
in a day,
in one day, less than 24 hours,
cow.
we did it. We actually sold out early. We didn't need all 24 hours. We're very, very blessed to accomplish that. But I don't think people understand the power of QVC and HSN. And just, if you get the formula right, it's powerful. It's really powerful. And I'm almost a little bit jaded because I speak in numbers to people that are really incomprehensible. But, when you're in 70 million homes, if, QVC and HSN are approximately now today, 70 million homes in the United States, you get a good item on there. It's extremely powerful.
Talk a little bit about that consumer, a little bit about who that consumer is and what type of products are a good fit for that type of outlet.
Sure. So this, the demographic for this channel is, 90% female, 35 to 65 years old. I will tell you their best customers probably closer to 55, in the 55 to 65, year old range. An affluent customer. And she lives, I think one of the biggest misnomers of this business is that, she or he is a couch potato, right? They sit there, they don't do anything. It is the absolute farthest thing from the truth. She lives on the East Coast. She lives on the West Coast. She lives in every metropolitan city. She lives in the suburbs of every metropolitan city. And she loves to shop. They call her a shopping omnivore. So she shops everywhere. QVC and HSN just have to be another shopping destination, but they also have a very loyal customer. I mean, this channel has been, the grandmother started watching it. Then she passed it to her daughter. Then her daughter passed it to her daughter. And the hosts in these channels become like family members. I mean, the customer knows about their lives, about their families, about their kids, about their pets. It's just a very unique way to shop, and it's a soulful way to shop. You go in a brick and mortar retail store, you're in and you're out. You go online, shop at another, e-commerce website, what you want, you get it. QVC is educating, and HSN are educating consumers on the product. They're able to tell the story about why this product exists. They're able to solve problems and introduce unique items. It's a soulful channel. It really is.
I'm curious about that relationship because I think number one, the products are great and the quality is great. And that relationship is really strong because don't those buyers feel like they know those spokespeople, right? They know them. How do they build that relationship? Is it just because they're on all the time? But how do they do that?
Yeah, back when I started 23 years ago, and honestly, social media was non-existent, right? It was all through the TV. It was all through linear TV, and the QVC customer, HSN customer would watch all the time, and they would know these hosts, and the hosts would share personal things about their lives. There was a true relationship, a true connection. Today, it's a little bit different where, with streaming video, with Facebook, with all these other social media, connections, the hosts really put themselves out there. And the QVC and HSN customer care about them, and they care about what's going on in their lives, not just shopping with them, but they want to hear about their family, the good, the bad, their pets, their kids' ball games. It's really, so that the relationship, I think, has even grown stronger between QVC and HSN customers and QVC and HSN hosts, because they're sharing more information about themselves on a human level through other, social media venues, basically.
What categories, if I'm watching this today, if I'm there participating, or I'm going to watch this later on YouTube, what do I have to be aware of from a category standpoint? If I have a barbecue accessory, it's not going to work for me, or maybe something for kids, it's not going to work for me. How do we identify my audience now that, hey, my product might have a chance?
So all categories, are viable 100%. I will tell you that the channel really doesn't sell baby products. I think from what I've been told, I've been there 23 years. It's never been a category that's really ever gotten any airtime or exposure. I think the rumor is they tried it years ago. Maybe it didn't work, so they don't really go there. Kids is interesting. To be honest, their customer is a self-purchaser. So she's typically buying for herself January through September. And then come the fourth quarter, there's absolutely gift programming, right? There's kids' toys, there's games, but really January through September, you will not see any kids' products or any toys. She's really shopping for herself and her family.
Okay.
But categorically though, if you truly have a unique item, and it's in a category, whether it's electronics, patio and garden, apparel, whatever it is, food, kitchen gadgets, it can absolutely work without a doubt.
Okay. Is there a certain price point that's popular?
No, I would say it's really about value, right? It's about giving value to the customer. So, everybody loves the $19.99 price point, but if you think about the brands we represent, some of them have products that we sell for $700, $600. We sold one of those massage chairs years ago for $2,000, and it did well, but the retail value of that was probably $4,000, right? So there's a value there, and that's a legitimate value. If you were to go buy it somewhere else, it would have cost you $4,000. You got it on QVC for $2,000. So it's more about the retail value that you're getting versus the strategic retail price point of $19.99, $29.39. It just, and that's what we try to do with our clients and our, QVC and HSN as partners, is give that consumer a value. That's important.
It stands for quality. QVC stands for quality, value, and convenience, right?
That's right. Very good point.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you,
they're like obsessed. They're not going to sell some piece of junk on QVC. And if it turns out to be, they'll refund everybody within a heartbeat. They seem very dedicated to not just making sales, but keeping their customers and getting those repeat purchases. Aren't they both all about that?
Yeah. So the integrity of their products is critical to them. So the amount of quality assurance that our clients, and we'll hold our clients' hands through this process, but their quality assurance at both QVC and HSN is second to none. We've heard from a lot of our clients over the years, big brands, that they're probably one of the most stringent retailers to get through their quality assurance, process. In addition to that, there's legal claims that are also have to be vetted. So you just can't go on national television and say whatever you feel like, right? So, you get in trouble for that. So QVC and HSN are really thorough and strict about, if we're making a claim, It typically needs third-party validation, third-party testing, clinical studies, and then it goes through the legal process. So to your point, Andrew, they take the quality of their products very seriously. They take the integrity of the products very seriously because there is a long-term relationship with that consumer, and they want to keep that going on for years and years and years. So they want satisfied customers at the end of the day. And to your point, quality, value, convenience is the acronym for QVC. And, you know, it's quality products at a value that you get home conveniently. I mean, that's really what it's all about.
Hey, Tom, what happens if I'm selling a product at Walmart and I know that they're going to probably want a better price for QVC? Do I repackage it? How does that all work? Because we don't want to compete, do we? We want to separate.
So it's very challenging, Stephen. So I would say that this channel doesn't like to play, you know, let's say with similar items that may be in other retailers, such as the one that you mentioned. Okay, it's hard to get a value if the product line's already out there. Now, don't get me wrong. There is products that are at other retailers that are on QVC. But again, it's about creating the value. So you might buy it at one retailer for X price. We might package it as a set of two at a better price. So we're still able to create value, maybe an exclusive bundle, something that's unique and different from just having the product at the other retailer. We create something that is unique and different to the QVC and HSN customer, so everybody wins.
Okay.
Do they tend to like to get it? Do a lot of vendors go on QVC first, sometimes to launch it, make QVC happy, test it a little bit, and then go to retail? And is QVC and HSN okay with that? Is that a strategy that you and other vendors use?
It's a really good question. So it goes both ways. So some of, you know, the bigger brands that we represent have brand exposure at a lot of retailers. QVC and HSN love the opportunity to launch products. They love the opportunity to be first to introduce new technology. It's a story, right? It's a great way to introduce, hey, for the first time, you're seeing this new product that no one else has seen, and now it's on QVC or HSN. It's a great story and a great way to introduce products. What I will tell you, we've been blessed, you know, with a lot of the smaller companies that we represent. We've put them on the map, so to speak, on QVC and HSN, and we've grown their business exponentially. What it's allowed our clients to do is then go into other retailers, you know, into brick and mortar, online, because now they are a brand. They've shown success in a major retail business like QVC and HSN. We had 5 clients sell their businesses, you know, and since 2018. And I will tell you, I think 4 out of the 5 would tell you that if they weren't on QVC or HSN, they never would have sold their company. So
that's amazing.
It's and this channel is an unbelievable brand building channel if you understand the business. And again, if you've got a demonstrable product and it's sitting on a shelf, you know, let's say with 5 other competitors, how do you separate yourself from that? How do you know that that product's unique and different? Where this channel, this medium, allows us to differentiate the product. You get a solid, you know, 8 minutes of national airtime. And I say 8 minutes, it could be anywhere from 6 to 8, who knows? It could be 10, it could be 12, it could be 20, it could be an hour. My point is, you have a dedicated amount of time on national television to tell your story, to demonstrate your product, and to be the focal point in front of millions of consumers, unlike, you know, in my opinion, traditional brick and mortar.
So, Tom, what does it take for let's say I'm in business now and I've been in business a couple of years and I'm selling in a couple of retailers, but I think my product's perfect for QVC. What are some of the requirements for when they look at me? Do they look at how many years I've been in business, how much inventory, what's my credit rating? I mean, how do they make that determination they want to partner with me?
So I will tell you, the 23 years I've been doing this, there's a 5-step criteria that I think we've developed over the years that we believe allows QVC or HSN to be interested in a product. So number one, I know I've said it a lot and sorry to repeat myself, but it starts with a story, right? An incredible story. Like we talked about Ryford earlier, about his barbershop days and how he was frustrated, he couldn't see the back of his head. So he created a trifold mirror and now he could do it, right? If you think of Sir James Dyson, I mean, he was frustrated with bags were getting clogged and he lost suction. So one, you have to have a compelling story of why you developed and created this product. That's number one. Number two, I would say is the product unique and different, and does it solve a problem solution? A lot of times it's both. It's a problem solution product and it's unique and different to the market. So that's a win. Three is value. Can we, show a value to the consumer? And four is demonstrability. If it's a demonstrable item, there's no better place to show than this channel, QVC and HSN. And fifth, I always say it's a good on-air guest. So take the product aside, we need to have a really good spokesperson in front of that camera who can execute the product live, right? It's live television. You're in front of millions of homes. You've got to be comfortable. You've got to, talk and demonstrate at the same time. But the four, criteria I gave you is really all around the product story: unique and different, problem solution, value, demonstrable. If we have that, then most times I would say the QVC or HSN buyer is also interested in partnering with that company. Now, there's certain products that they might say it's too expensive. We don't want to touch it. We just introduced a product in a category that we love. We absolutely love. We think it's a home run. And buyers told us that, it needs to be in a different price range. Well, this technology is not in that price range, so we may never get a chance to sell it. So, but that happens as well too. There could be, value challenges to get to the right price point that we all think will sell effectively.
But what about the quantity? See, what scares me a little bit, you told this story about selling 300,000 units. Holy smokes. If I'm a small entrepreneur, that's probably not normal. I understand that. But what type of quantity do I need to put in their warehouse for them to sell and ship out?
So let me for the Halo example, the 305,000, 385,000 units sold in one day. So just so you all know, we actually did a test. I believe it was August of 2012. We might have brought in 8,000 units. So maybe it was $160,000 at retail. It sold out, but there was a lot of eyeballs internally at QVC that felt if this performed well in August, in the heart of the summer, that this could be something special. So somebody at a high level was already paying attention. But typically, I would say a test on QVC or HSN is somewhere around $50,000 to $100,000 in retail dollars, right? So if it's a $100,000, we call it retail prep, and it's a $20 item, you're looking at about 5,000 units, right? And then, if you take the $100,000 and you take the retail up to 50, now you're looking at, 2,000 units. So that's is a test, I would say.
That doesn't seem hard. I mean, that quantity doesn't scare me. I kept on hearing that you had to have 50,000 pieces in a warehouse. Is that a wrong number or right number?
That's an absolute, it's another misnomer in this business. Just like I said earlier that, the consumer is the couch potato. She absolutely is not. The fact that you have to have 50,000 units loaded in your warehouse, ready to go, absolutely not. I mean, to give the channel credit, QVC and HSN, they truly crawl, walk, run, because their airtime is precious to them, right? That is their real estate. So you better make sure that the product they put on the air is going to work, because they don't want to be stuck with a lot of inventory. They don't want to send inventory back to our clients. So we always, crawl, walk, run. We always test small, and you hope you get it right. If you, there's three criteria that really allows a good product to last on the air. We've had products that have been on the air for years and years and years. You have to have good sales results. You have to have good customer return rates, going back to quality, and you have to have good customer reviews. If you've got all three of those things working for you in both QVC and HSN, you're in a great place. But I can tell you, over the years, we've had items sell exceptionally well. And then all of a sudden, the reviews are poor. And we go, okay, well, the consumer just educated us on something that we didn't know about, we weren't aware of, and then we got to go fix it and make it right. But those three criteria are really what keeps products being reordered, coming back again and again.
That's a great question, Stephen, because if you did have to have 50,000 units, you go on QVC, it doesn't sell well, they're sending it all right back to you. And if you don't have other distribution and other retailers, you're going to have 50,000 units sitting in a garage. And those are the stories I've heard, Tom. And it sounds like you've heard that before too. And everybody warns that that is a risk with QVC. But like you said, you crawl, walk, and run, and that's their plan for you.
And my responsibility to our clients is protecting them as well too, right? Like not getting ahead of ourselves and saying to our clients, okay, can you handle 5,000? Can you handle 10,000? Can you handle 100,000, right? Units. So we are making sure that they are protected every step of the way, because if you get it right, you can scale very quickly, but it truly is a crawl, walk, run in. And I think over the years, everybody's been very sensitive to, the partners, our clients, our vendors, and making sure that it's a win-win-win with all three parties.
I'd like to address something really quickly here. I mean, if people are venturing, this is a great avenue to launch a product and to get a product out there. If people are strictly licensing and they don't have the money and they're not starting a business, I always explain to them, and it's like a brain fart for them, pardon my language, but I'm like, well, when you license to manufacturers that sell at Walmart, that sell at Target, that sell at Home Depot. QVC and HSN is just an electronic retailer. If you license to a company that's selling on QVC and HSN, you can get on QVC and HSN. They're like, oh, and so you can get on QVC and HSN using a lot of different paths here, guys. You really can.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, because we do have some members that have done it exactly that way too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do.
And of course that
Mike did with his push and hang right here. Yeah.
So let's do this, you guys. Let's open this up for questions, because we never really have enough time at the end. So let's do it.
Oh my God, we got so many questions.
I needed a lot of questions in this, so
I hope I don't get stumped. So forgive me in advance if you stump me. All right.
I don't think so.
Okay, so again, some of this is understanding what Tom does, licensing versus venturing. So I'll just ask the questions as they're written. Stephen, if you want to help out, you're welcome to. Seth from Sip and Clip, sounds like he has a product. Do you take a percentage of the sale, or is it packaged based pricing? So Tom, do you take a percentage of the sale, or is it package based pricing?
Yeah, so our company, MediaOne Products, gets paid a commission for the units that we sell. So for example, if QVC were to order 5,000 units and we only sold 2,500 units, our clients basically pay us on the 2,500 units sold, not on the 5,000 unit purchase order. But we do get paid a commission for our services. And by the way, we get paid after our clients get paid. So a lot of people think that we're crazy doing it that way, but that's how I was brought up in the business. We still do it that way. So if our clients are successful, we are successful with them. If they're not successful, we're not with them. And my team puts in so much work, whether something is super successful or something may not work. We take all the same exact steps to execute, because to be honest, we want to get paid for our efforts, for our service, for our expertise. But that's, so we basically get paid a commission of the percent of sales that we do on QVC, only on what sell.
Stephen, we got some people asking for some examples of product. Can I go ahead and show these slides? It's only 3 quick slides here. Really, just one you can show Ryford and.
Yeah, we've got 2 slides here to show products.
Let me go ahead and share this here. Okay, there's this handsome gentleman, Tom, and let's move on. So he already talked about a little bit of this. Let's move on to this. Stephen, you talk about these two, or Tom, both of you.
Well, I think what's interesting about the self-cut system, that's a member of Inventors. He had a great idea. He was selling a lot of it online, and he thought QVC would be a good fit, and it was. Talk a little bit about that, because you had to change that a little bit to fit that audience, didn't you?
As I'm watching the video, Stephen and Andrew, I remember the first time I met Ryford up in New York City. You referred me to Ryford, and Ryford had showed me a black, much more masculine, developed for the male barber product. And I'll never forget, the first thing I said was, our customer is 90% women. I said, I absolutely love your product. I think she would absolutely love to be able to look at her hair and style her hair in the back with this, but you got to change the colors, buddy. And so to Ryford's credit, he took our advice. He moved on it, exponentially. And you can see we had a pink, we had a teal. Like he did it right, but he took our expertise with this channel and understanding our customer base, and he executed it. And that's why we won. It's funny, a lot of times, Ryford's a great example. We'll help our clients tweak their products to make it right for our consumer base, the QVC and the HSN customer. But it's a great example of it.
How long was Ryford on QVC? You said it was a long time.
He was on for years. I mean,
Oh my God.
Probably 4 to 5 years he was on.
Wow.
Yeah. And then he hit it big at some other retailers. I think he's focused on them, which is great. And he's just an outstanding, person, entrepreneur. And I'm so, so happy for his success.
Wow. Stephen, what about this other one here, Tom?
Yeah, Andrew, one of our students had shown me the egg dropper, and I loved it. I thought this thing was very clever, very simple, that you could do all the eggs this way, because the old with the spoon, put the spoon in there. Okay, that doesn't work. So when I saw it right away, I thought this is perfect for Tom. That's what I said to myself. Reach out to Tom, made the connection, and next thing you know, Tom, when you saw it, what did you think?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a home run with you. I mean, one of the top categories on QVC is kitchen and kitchen gadgets and food, actually. The #1 watch show on QVC is a show called In the Kitchen with David on Sundays between 12 p.m. Eastern and 3 p.m. Eastern. And obviously eggs are super popular. We love them in my family. Hard-boiled eggs just seems to be a hassle. So when we saw this product, I thought it was a great product for QVC. And again, we moved very quickly on this. I think we got it on within, a couple of months of you introducing us, Stephen. Again, we're always super grateful for your referrals to us, and just try to do right by your students and clients to us. So
thank you, Tom.
Yeah, Trevor and his partner, they're good people too. They're
great people.
Yeah, smart business people. Okay, let's see. Stephen, if you see any questions in here, feel free to ask them. Let's see. So we showed some examples. Carrie, I think that explained it. It's nice to see a variety. People can imagine Dyson. They can imagine the Halo product, Ring, the doorbell. You can kind of imagine that, but it's nice to see some Inventors products on there, like the two we just showed.
Well, that's, and to be honest with you, I get really excited about the brands that we've helped create their brand from scratch on QVC. If you look right here, Dynatrap is the #1 mosquito and insect trapper on QVC and HSN. And one of the businesses that, sold in the last couple of years, I think I'm great friends with the founder of the company. And I think he would tell you wholeheartedly, they started as a small company and we helped to grow their business. And, we were able to demonstrate on QVC and HSN how this product works, why you want it in your home. There's absolutely no chemicals. It's completely quiet. But that's a small company that, we took exponentially and sold it. Halo, we started with one product that,
Wow.
that put them on the map. And to this day, it's still the #1 brand of portable power on QVC. But they're both entrepreneurial companies. Yeah, there's some other brands on there, Dyson, Ring, Theragun, but we have as many, single item products, companies, entrepreneurial companies that we absolutely love, and we do right by them as well too. And I don't think there's a better channel or medium than QVC and HSN to help these inventors and entrepreneurs get their product out to the market with. By the way, you don't need the 4-color packaging. You don't need this, I don't really know. And I'll be honest with you, I know my business. I don't really know brick and mortar, but you put your product on a brown shipper box and it goes to the QVC consumer, right? You don't need all that. So I would also say that it's a lower cost way to get your products out to the market, because certain things you need at retail, at least what I'm told, you don't need for QVC. But don't quote me on that.
Yeah, the one thing I really liked working with Tom, and I really respected that he treats the small guy like a big guy. He's going to be a big guy. I like that, because he's dealing with these big brands. I thought, well, he's not going to pay attention to this, but no, you responded just like you would with anybody. I really appreciate that, Tom.
Well, you were joking earlier when you were speaking at an event with Tom, and at the same event, you're like, oh, he's not going to pay me the time of day. Look at all these companies he's working with, but you guys became good friends. So it shows how down to earth he is. I think that's great.
No, and I appreciate you both saying that, but there's nothing better than we have a brand right now called Eugenia Shea, a woman entrepreneur, a tremendous story. Her family is from Ghana. Her grandmother started importing raw shea butter to the United States. Her mom took over the business. She was the head of the Global Shea Alliance, the Global Shea Alliance. And then her mom got sick. And then our client, who was working on Wall Street, left Wall Street to take over the family business and created a brand called Eugenia Shea. She's a one-person entrepreneurial company that we put on QVC 2 years ago. And now she's a brand. And there's no better satisfaction for me and my team to see that story unfold and make magic on QVC and HSN. So I get as excited for those entrepreneurial companies as we do to work with, a global brand. They're both exciting. I got to be honest, we're very blessed that 23 years later, I'm still super excited about what we do every single day.
That's cool. Stephen, the next question is kind of about returns and getting paid from Daryl. You can correct him if he's on or off on this. Daryl says, Tom, how about returns and the fact that you often don't get paid for 330 to 180 days? What's common now? So you had mentioned earlier, you get too many returns, you ain't coming back, or you got to fix it or something. But also, how about getting paid?
Yeah. So one, QVC and HSN offer a 30-day money back guarantee to their consumer. So if the customer wants to return it within 30 days of purchasing, they are allowed to do that. Payment terms are, I would say, in that window. It depends on what your terms are. I don't really want to get into the specifics of it. I don't think that's the right thing to do. But what I will tell you is we work with QVC and HSN to try to get the optimal terms that we can for our clients, right? And it's a very good question. Like, if you are a smaller entrepreneurial company, you may not be able to handle a longer payment terms. That's something that's it's a very good question. But again, working with us, we make sure that our clients are ready and prepared. And by the way, if we have to go to our buyer and say, hey, XYZ company really wants to work with you, they're having a challenge because of maybe payment terms are longer or whatever it is there a solution? That's what we bring to the table too, since we know them, and try to work out something amicable between our clients, QVC and HSN.
Stephen, you asked this earlier. Michelle's the InventRight member, actually. She says, what's the price point they're now looking for products? I think you kind of answered it, Tom, but can you give us a range? You'd be like, nothing ever lower than this. And this is, $50,000 now. Or what is the range you've seen, and what's kind of typical?
I'll just tell you from our personal experience, Andrew, I would say, this day and age, $19.99. You'll find an item, maybe a kitchen gadget for $15 and change. The most expensive item that we've sold is a $2,000, I forget how much it was, $2,000 or $3,000, massage chair. So that's the range. And again, let's talk more about the value. If the value is there, the customer will purchase, right? If I'm selling a $3,000 massage chair, but to go buy it anywhere else, it's $6,000 and you want the massage chair, you're going to go, damn, excuse my French, that's a really good value. I'm going to buy this from QVC, right? So it's really more about value than a specific retail price point.
I've got a question that someone's asking, and I saw recently that they're getting into products for people a little bit older, like wellness maybe, or maybe aids, mobility aids. I mean, they're getting into, as we get a little bit older, we need a little bit more help, Tom. So that's a new category for them, isn't it?
So I'm so glad you asked me that question. So QVC and HSN, I got to say, I'm really proud of them for focusing. There's a new show called Accessible Living. And, it's near and dear to my heart. I have a child that has special needs. So, when they were starting to focus on that business, obviously you can imagine the smile on my face because it's near and dear to me. So, but you've got an older demographic who might need some help. You've got people with special needs and different disabilities that may need some help. So it's definitely a new focal area for them. I think it's a great area for them to be focused on and involved in, because products that will help people that have disabilities or special needs, and people that are older have maybe similar needs. So it doesn't have to be an extreme product. It could be something that works for both parties. So it is definitely a category that I'm thrilled that they are focusing on. And I think it's going to, there's a meaningful difference. Actually, not to plug this, but tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time, there is an accessible living show on QVC if you want to record it and watch it. And we've got a product in that show called Free Sleep. So if you want, check it out. But I'm excited that our product Free Sleep's in the accessible living show.
Nice.
It's nice to sell products that help people, I mean, some products are just fun. Okay, it's not really helping anybody, but when people have special needs or they're older and can have a product that helps them with their life a little bit, that's always a good feeling.
I can obviously tell you, I'm super excited. There's a focus around that. I really do. So I'm excited to work with companies to bring more accessible living products, to both channels as well.
Mm-hmm.
There's a question here I thought was interesting. And then they're talking
I see the smile on your face. Here it comes.
Yeah, you say, Tom, you know him well. I saw that little grin on his face too.
I see that grin.
It's
I see him looking away a little bit. Andrew, like, here it comes.
No, this is not a tough question here, but someone's asking about DRTV companies, right? Or even Shark Tank, Lori on Shark Tank. How do they use this shopping chat? They use it too, don't they? I mean, it's a retailer, but it's electronic retailer.
Absolutely. So it's interesting, since Shark Tank is, obviously it's been a phenomenon. I will tell you that most of the sharks work with, except for Lori, because she was on QVC, years ago on her own. But most of the sharks are working with a company like us to get their products on QVC and HSN. So we actually represent Mark Cuban's companies. Okay. So for example, if Mark invests in a company that they feel is appropriate for QVC and HSN, we work with somebody on his team. They bring that to us. We vet it with them, and then we go. So, I mean, there's a lot of Shark Tank products on both QVC and HSN.
Okay, that was a good question. That was a softball.
Yeah, Stephen, I don't know what we saw.
I was waiting for it. I was like, I'm starting to sweat a little bit here. I was like, oh, here we go.
You guys are funny. You said Michelle Morrison's on?
No, Michelle Tan was asking that last question, not Morrison. No. She might be on here too.
It's really funny. I like David very much. I watched him just a little bit. I liked him right away when I watched him. And you're right about that relationship and the products he was showing. And Andrew, the thing about the products, they do solve problems, right? They might be not big, different types of problems, but they're really trying to help that consumer do things a little quicker, a little bit better. And I like the way they do that. But that's really interesting that that they do it so well. Right?
I mean, it's so much more personable than going on Amazon, reading reviews, half of which are fake or something. Maybe there's a video you can play on there and kind of wondering, but I think the quality, value, convenience, QVC is not bringing on one of those products and you can get a refund. Yeah, you get a refund on Amazon too, but there's this, the way Tom explained it, it's like you have a relationship. They have a relationship with the hosts on these shows, which is a very unique thing.
And just to piggyback on that, I think the difference is you typically go to Amazon looking for something that you know that you want. Where when you're watching QVC and HSN, it's almost like a surprise, like, wow, I've never seen that product before. Oh, I didn't know it could do that. And so, it's almost like it's a surprise when new products go on the air versus Amazon. Oh, I need to get XYZ product. I know what I want. I'm going to search it and get it. QVC and HSN's like, wow, I never knew that product existed. I've never seen that before. And so I think that's a little bit of a unique distinction between the retailers as well, too.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure everybody's clear on this. You ship the product to their warehouse, QVC's warehouse, and then they ship it to the customer. Correct?
So for clarity, yes, but you can also drop ship it yourself as well now. So the world's changed a lot, right? So typically back in the day, your products would go into their distribution centers, QVC or HSN's distribution centers, and they would ship the product to the end consumer. In this day and age of obviously e-commerce and everything going on, they will allow and almost, appreciate clients who can drop ship the product. So QVC HSN is obviously the vehicle for selling, the order goes through, and then our clients would drop ship the product directly to the consumer. So actually, I just wanted to clarify, it's both ways in this day and age.
Tom, you're really surprising me with that statement because I don't think that was true in the past. They were such control freaks with quality, value, convenience. I mean, they take the product, they walk up a tall ladder, they drop it, all that stuff. And maybe they're still doing that when the vendor is shipping it. But I'm surprised actually that you're saying that they let you do drop shipping. I'm surprised.
Very good. Actually, Andrew, it's a very good point. So all the same quality metrics absolutely apply to drop ship as well. So, and the requirements of how fast you have to get it to the consumer is also very demanding. So not everybody is set up to be able to execute drop ship, but I will tell you the vendors that are set up or the clients that are set up to, execute drop ship play by the same exact rules as if QVC or HSN was shipping it to the end consumers. There's no loss of quality in that process at all. I sounded Canadian there for a second.
Process.
My New Jersey accent just turned to Canadian. Process.
There's so many questions here. We could probably cover with this. I want to have you answer this one question, Tom. Let's say I have a great idea and I don't have the manufacturing done yet, right? And is that something you could help with or do help with or just stay completely away from?
It's a really good question because typically we will take product when there's a finished product. It's a finished good, right? Like they take the egg dropper. You send it to me. It was already done. It's easy for us to take it and run.
Okay.
It's funny. I had one of my clients, since you promoted it, and thank you for promoting this, was like, hey, if there's any inventors that you like their product and they need help, I'm happy to help them. So yes, we could, before in the past, I'd say, no, we can't really help you. I don't, can't really, marry you up with someone, but we actually do have clients of ours who are entrepreneurs who have helped other entrepreneurs, whether they would do a licensing themselves, they'd help them get it manufactured, partner with them. So yes, I do have someone who reached out to me like 2 hours before this call and said, hey, Czar, remember me. And if you got somebody, and he's a phenomenal person. I've known him for well over 20 years. So yeah, so we can help those. And I'm happy to say that because before I would always be like, sorry, I can't help you with your idea on the napkin or your prototype or your 3D. But now we do have a partner that could actually help someone. So I'm happy to say that.
Andrew, we're coming up on the hour and I don't want to take too much time more. I like to take a family photo as we always.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You do that?
Yeah. Let me.
Tom, you're the best. Thank you so much.
Yeah, this has been outstanding. I mean, I really appreciate the opportunity that you and Andrew have offered me. And I hope I added value to everybody, listening and watching. It's been absolutely my pleasure. My pleasure. Love to do it anytime.
Let me remove everybody from the spotlight so we can do a fun family photo here.
Tell me when to smile.
Okay. All right. So it's going to take we'll do it real quick. If everybody gives like a thumbs up or a wave or a smile, and I got to do a couple pages, so keep it going. All right, here we go.
A lot of
Yep.
pages here.
Page number 1. Yeah, we got a lot of pages to do. Page number 2. All right, keep it going with the smiles, people. Page number 3, and then the other 4 or 5 pages that nobody's on video, so we don't need to take those. I got it, Stephen. We're good. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Hands are-
You guys, if you write your thank you notes into the chat, I think we always appreciate that to bring on a guest. Tom, how do people find you? How do they reach out to you? Is there a way? Do you want me to screen them? I don't want to screen them. What do you want me to do with all this?
So yeah, I mean, absolutely. Just give me some time. If you do reach out to me to get back to you, I will do my best. That's all I can promise. But Tom, Tom, at MediaOneProducts.com. So it's that's right there. MEDIAONE, and then the word products, PRODCUTS, products.
I accidentally sent it to one person. I'm going to send it to everybody now. Hold on a sec.
And then and make sure it's it's products. A lot of times people always want to add production, Media One production, but it's Media One products. And what I will, just to tell you the process, what I will typically do is I will definitely try to get back to you, and I'll probably have someone from my team CC'd on it, so they get back to you more promptly than I would, just to make sure we're moving things along. And by the way, they are extremely skilled, have a lot of experience. I am truly blessed to have an outstanding team, and we couldn't do what we do every single day without my team members. I'd just like to acknowledge them and appreciate them for everything they do. So please note, I'm not passing you off. I'm passing you probably to somebody better in this business than I am. So you'll thank me for it later.
Now, Tom, any filters, any criteria this type of person should send? If you're you're not ready to send something to me, any criteria?
Yeah, Tom, what we're saying, because you're going to get a lot of,
You'll get flooded.
we want to make sure that they send you something that's easy for you to review, to look at, and don't go on forever about,
Yeah, I mean, ideally, we prefer a finished product. That is something that we can look at, that's already, you've taken it from idea to whether, even a 3D prototype, but there's something physical that we can look at. The napkin idea or just an idea is not really where we play. Okay. So I think that's the great starting point. If you have a physical product that you can share with us and my team, then we're happy to look at it and give you our feedback. And then at that point in time, we'll let you know this is a good category for them, or it's not a good category for them. Or if you need further help for mass manufacturing, I could refer you to the client that I mentioned and say, hey, I'll make an introduction for him to help you, through your process as well.
Is that a sell sheet, a 1-minute video, a 30-minute video of all my family and what we do on vacation? What do you?
Yeah, listen, I love it all. No, so that's really good though. I will tell you, video is probably optimal. And if you can demonstrate your product for us in a video, that is a home run, because I can look at something in a minute and go, I love it, I think it's right, or this might not be the right fit. So video is definitely better than a sell sheet for sure. And you, the inventor, demoing it, tell us your story. Hey, I invented XYZ because I had this problem, or this family member or friend had this problem, and here's how it works. And then we'll get the magic of your product really quickly, and then we'll move to the appropriate the next steps at that point.
And Tom, my guess is you're such a nice guy, so I'm saying stuff that maybe you don't want to say. Somebody says, like, here's my product, I have $10 in my bank account, can you also invest $500,000 in it for me? That sort of thing. That's probably not the right person to be sending to you, right? Or
yeah,
for you
but if they have it's a great question. If they have a product and they don't know what to do with it, or they don't have the monetary ability to take it to the next step, that's where I would be happy. If I like the product, I'm happy to make an introduction to someone that could potentially help them license it, help them get it from A to Z. So I do have someone that I'm happy to refer to them if the product is suitable for the channels.
Very good.
And one of those people could be us.
Hey, Tom, thank you very much for coming on. I want to thank everybody for attending. We had a great crowd. We're going to put this back on YouTube to share it. We'll put it back on social media. Tom, thank you very much for coming on tonight.
No, thank
Amazing.
you. You know, Stephen and Andrew, I really appreciate it. I feel blessed to have this opportunity. I'm available anytime if you want to run it back ever again. And just want to thank everybody for taking times out of your busy life to watch. Hopefully I added some value, educated, you know, a little bit on this channel. And if I can help you, I will, you know, do the best that I can. So thank you all very much.
Tom, your sincerity and your expertise just shines. So thank you. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much.
All
Appreciate
right.
it. Have a
See
good night,
everybody.
everybody.
Night.
Hey, everybody. Good
Good
night.
night.